guys want a shot at winning a copy of Call of Duty World War II for the console of your choice for absolutely free, a couple of my friends and I are doing a little giveaway. Link is down there in the description below. Go check it out if you're interested. For those of you guys that may or may not know, Black Ops 3 kicked off October for what will probably be the final month of its support here in anticipation for the full launch of Call of Duty World War II next month. It's something that we weren't granted any new content, we weren't granted a brand new playlist or anything like that, but instead what we did get is a little bit of an update, a little bit of a hot fix that placed one thing in particular within Call of Duty Black Ops 3, that being the return of the triple play, the 100 win contract in which you can end up getting a bundle of supply drops, a melee weapon bribe, and a ranged weapon bribe as well on top of that. Now, you can also buy it, but that's not what we're gonna be talking about here today because I feel like this might go one of two different ways. One, either being that this is finally foreshadowing the release of a final contraband or potentially final contraband within Black Ops 3, or just overkill. So we'll get to my explanation as to why it potentially could be overkill, and you might not even notice it at this point, but we'll point it all out for you guys. But the last time that we had a weapon DLC drop was the XMC and the Olympia within Black Ops 3, and that was August 15th, coming on almost 2 months ago at this point. In just under that 2-week mark is when that 2-month border is crossed. So since then, we've had a lot of things that could potentially foreshadow a huge update and our October contraband. And at the same point in time, it could also divert into the other direction, that of just being somewhat overkill. Now, since that time, we've ended up having multiple different events, and specifically multiple ones that you can end up buying or activating via contract. And in that, in particular, there's been 4 major events in that about month-and-a-half time frame since then. We had a triple play that was available for a contract and buyable. We had a Grand Slam, which was buyable and as a contract. There was a big box bundle that just returned this past week. And of course, the triple play is now active as a contract and a buyable option for the next 6 days and a couple of hours and change. So theoretically, let's talk about why this might be foreshadowing once again. And of course, we're not gonna mention all the weapon possibilities, all the camo possibilities, stuff like that. But it firstly is October. There's absolutely nothing on the calendar for Call of Duty. The full month is open, no DLC packs, no beta, nothing. So it would be something of a time that would be opportunistic in order to maybe maximize some slight dropping in sales or micro DLC transactions, things like that. And from a business perspective, Activision loves to focus on these key open windows of time to take advantage of them as much as possible. Now, previously throughout the last year or so, we had pretty much content every 2 weeks or so come out within Call of Duty, and while there is not that many possibilities for stuff that we'd be seeing in October, this seems like pretty much the biggest thing that could happen. Now, additionally, it also was mentioned by Activision support that Treyarch was working on a patch here coming up, which, gauge it how you will, Activision support is a little iffy on some of their information. It's more of one of those things of customer service. A golden rule is don't necessarily flat out tell them you don't have an answer, just more so say it in a more ambiguous way so that it gives them some reassurance. So Activision support did say Treyarch was working on an upcoming patch. Whether or not that's something that will be coming this month and including DLC weapons, I guess we'll see. But on top of all these other events, which theoretically could be stacking up your armory so that you can have the maximum amount of opportunities to get these new weapons to finalize and to maximize the amounts of opportunities that you have to get new weapon DLC to maybe close out Black Ops 3, who knows? But on top of that, even once again with these events, we ended up having 3 Crypto Key Week events since the last weapon drop. Those all focusing, of course, on double crypto keys, that firstly starting with CTF at the start of September, Free For All a few weeks back, and now Hardcore TDM this week. So there's a lot of stuff that really is just kind of odd that we have this whole plethora of golden opportunities to get crypto keys, to get weapon bribes, things like that, and nothing really to spend them on. So really, to me, it kind of comes down to the foreshadowing of this. Maybe there's something on the horizon, but at the same point in time, it also is really curious as to maybe there is nothing on the horizon, to which I feel like that the only definition for that would be overkill, because we've had so many of these events that are paid for bribes and everything like that, hyping people up for maybe the chance of something coming and not necessarily anything being there. But I don't know. Personally, I'm really on the fence on where I think this could swing. I personally think it'd be cool to see some more DLC just because, once again, it revitalizes the community in Black Ops 3 for a little bit, brings some more people online, which, being somebody that still plays Black Ops 3, I greatly enjoy seeing that influx of players and that influx of anticipation and interest in the game. It's a lot of fun whenever you're a part of that and then more people join in on it, but at the same point in time, I just don't necessarily know. So that said, what are your thoughts? I want to turn this over to you guys and get your discussion, your feedback, and your thoughts on it. Do you think that we will have something coming, or do you think at this point in time it's just kind of trying to close out the drawers with Black Ops 3 and give fans the opportunity to get the weapons that they've missed out on the past 2 years or so, but also still maximize profits? Whatever it may be, I'd love to get your thoughts down in the comment section down below. It's one that I don't necessarily know if there is a right or wrong answer because, of course, we still could have DLC weapons coming, and it very well still could seem like overkill to some of you guys. Whatever it may be, though, let me know down there in the comment section down below. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, drop a like down below, and if you guys aren't new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with everything we have here regarding Black Ops 3 up until the launch of Call of Duty World War II, and then, of course, we'll be making the switch into that fully. So if any of that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat here up on the channel. And finally, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that's the best place to get connected outside of YouTube and practically live on Twitter. So if you guys want to strike up a conversation, asking me a question, whatever it may be, link is down there in the description below. But all that said and out of the way, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. Monoton Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.